what we are looking at are the single most important voting issues in the Karnataka elections. So let's bring those graphics up first. We're trying to decode public opinion. So the single most important voting issue in these elections, wait for it, here it comes. 28% of people said unemployment, 25% said poverty, 7% said lack of development, 7% said inflation, education 7%, 6% said the corruption issue. One would have thought it may have been more. And then we had no responses in 1%. So just look at that. Unemployment is the dominant issue. Poverty at 25%. Veeraraghav, we want to go through the next one?
I think the most important aspect of this is also that when you're talking of unemployment, you're talking of voters 18 to 25, 38%. Amongst all voters, 28% said unemployment is their major issue. Voters 18 to 25 said 38% of them said unemployment is their major issue. Yes, as you mentioned, Vishnu, it's an important aspect given the discourse around corruption. Yet unemployment remains the top issue. Let's just get a quick response from our panelists on that, Vishnu, before we go forward. Sanjay, does this mean that the voter turns around and says, look, I don't say that corruption is not an issue, but till I don't have a job and till I don't have food, I don't want to think about corruption?
This is a question on which is the one important issue on which you are likely to vote for. And large number of people, as the survey suggests, said unemployment. It's not that people are not worried about corruption. Let me give you a data. We have done surveys in large number of states. Out of the 13 states where we asked this question about corruption has increased or decreased, I'm not including Karnataka in that. In 12 out of 13 states, people mentioned that the corruption has increased during the last 5 years of the government. But out of these, a very large number of state governments got re-elected because this is not an election issue. People are not voting on this issue. But that doesn't mean that people are not concerned about corruption.
No, but Manisha, that really is the key point, isn't it?
No,
that
no,
when it comes to political parties, the Congress could have been going hell for leather on the entire corruption issue. But when it comes to people and their needs on the ground, jobs is the most important.
Jobs seem to be very important, and I think this is really something that should come out as being shocking. Bangalore is the poster boy city for the globe. The Silicon Valley connects with Bangalore and reinvents value. If you go to the city, you will find, the young millennials from all over the country with their backpacks, their statehood, so to say, hidden under the banner, as much for the educated as for the footloose labor that constructs the mega millennial buildings that you see.
You pointed about Bangalore. In this CSDS poll, 30% of rural voters say unemployment is an issue. Only 19% in the cities say it's an unemployment issue. There is that divide as well. And then there is much more data, right, Vishnu?
25% of all voters. So between unemployment and poverty, that seems to be, it's the economy.
Which it is an economic agenda.
Is that your sense as well?
Yes, I do agree. It is, especially what the data suggests in more rural settings and in tier 2 and tier 3 towns, if you go like Mangalore, Mysore or Shimoga, one of the issues is that youth who are, it's almost in every family, they're first generation university graduates and they do not have jobs. And this is an issue when interacting with youth in Dakshin Kannada, which is in coastal Karnataka. It came out to be a major concern for a lot of youngsters that which does lead to then a lot of frustration.
Okay.